Have you ever wished you could actually want to study? I mean, to feel that same excitement for a textbook that you get when you scroll through TikTok or binge watch a new series? It probably sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you it's entirely achievable, and you don't need 5 years of meditation or some magical productivity tea to do it? All you need is a little bit of neuroscience to reprogram your brain's dopamine system. It's about turning studying from a chore into a genuine pleasure. Instead of fighting that constant urge for instant rewards, we're going to use it. We'll link studying with the same kind of excitement and satisfaction you get from social media. This is how you can become addicted to learning in a positive way, where every chapter, every problem set, and every study session becomes something you actually look forward to. So, let's get one thing straight. Our brains are basically dopamine junkies. They are hardwired to chase instant pleasure. When you're faced with a 300-page textbook, your brain doesn't get that immediate hit of satisfaction. So what does it do? It runs straight to the easy stuff. TikTok, YouTube, video games, anything that provides a quick, effortless reward. This is why studying feels so difficult and boring. But instead of trying to resist this fundamental part of our nature, let's use it to our advantage. The secret is to pair studying with things you already love. This is called temptation bundling. For example, only allow yourself to listen to your absolute favorite playlist while you're studying. Or maybe you have a special coffee or tea that you save just for your study sessions. Find your coziest, most comfortable spot in the house and make it your dedicated study zone. Then, you need to sprinkle in immediate rewards. After you finish a chapter or complete a solid 30-minute focus session, give yourself a small, instant treat. It could be a piece of chocolate, 5 minutes of scrolling on your phone, or watching a short, funny video. The key is that these rewards are quick, consistent, and directly linked to your effort. By doing this, you're essentially training your brain. You're teaching it to associate the act of learning with a feeling of joy and accomplishment. Over time, you won't even need to force yourself to get started. Your brain will start to crave that little thrill of completing each small challenge, and the dopamine hit will come from the studying itself. Have you ever told yourself, just one more episode, only to look up and realize it's suddenly 3 a.m.? We've all been there. That powerful psychological pull can be flipped and used for studying. The trick is to stop overwhelming yourself. Instead of saying, I have to study for the next 3 hours, which sounds like a massive, dreadful task, tell yourself, I'll just read 1 page. Or, I'll just solve 1 math problem. When you lower the barrier to entry like that, the pressure completely disappears. Your brain relaxes and thinks, okay, I can do that. That's easy. And once you start, something amazing happens. The momentum builds, and continuing feels almost effortless. That 1 page turns into 2, then 5, then a whole chapter. Here's another counterintuitive trick. Stop while you're still interested. I know, it sounds weird, but think about it. The best TV shows always end on a cliffhanger, right? They leave you desperate to know what happens next. You can use that same principle, called the Zeigarnik effect, for your studies. End your session right in the middle of an exciting topic or just before you solve a really interesting problem. Your brain will hate the open loop. It will keep thinking about it, itching to get back and finish it. This makes you genuinely eager to return to your desk for your next session. This is the real secret to studying naturally and for longer periods, without ever feeling like you re-forcing yourself. It's about making your brain want to come back for more. Now, let's talk about something deeper. Why do some people seem to genuinely love learning, while others have to drag themselves to their books every single time? The secret isn't motivation or discipline, it's identity. We, as humans, act in alignment with who we believe we are. Think about people who love going to the gym. They don't just do exercise, they see themselves as fit people or athletes. Exercise is a part of their identity. You can apply this exact same principle to learning. You can reprogram your brain to see yourself as a learner. It starts with your language. Stop saying I have to study. That phrase is loaded with obligation and resistance. Instead, start saying, "I'm the kind of person who loves learning and exploring new ideas." Even if it feels a little fake at first, say it out loud. Tell your friends and family that you're really getting into your subjects. This creates social accountability and reinforces your new identity. Surround yourself with the right environment. Set a study-themed wallpaper on your phone or laptop. Follow study influencers on social media. Fill your space with things that remind you of this identity. When learning becomes a core part of who you are, it stops being an obligation. It transforms into a natural, joyful activity that you actively seek out every single day. Okay, let's be honest about the elephant in the room. Social media is destroying your ability to focus. Studying feels boring, not because you're lazy, but because your brain has been overstimulated. It's so used to the constant high-speed dopamine hits from TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube that anything less stimulating, like a book, feels like a drag. To fix this, you need to intentionally bring boredom back into your life. Try a dopamine detox right before you plan to study. For at least 30 minutes beforehand, turn off your phone, put it in another room, and avoid all digital distractions. You could even just sit quietly for 5 minutes and do absolutely nothing. When your brain gets bored, it will start looking for something to do, and suddenly, that textbook on your desk will seem like the most interesting option available. A huge part of this is protecting your mornings. Avoid checking your phone or scrolling social media right after you wake up. When you give your brain that massive dopamine spike first thing in the morning, you set the bar for stimulation incredibly high for the rest of the day. Everything that follows will feel dull in comparison. By bringing moments of stillness and quiet back into your routine, you reset your brain's baseline. You'll find yourself more focused, more present, and genuinely more excited to engage with deeper, more meaningful tasks, like studying. So to wrap it all up, turning studying into a real joy isn't about some magic pill. It's about a simple, science-backed formula for your brain. First, you start by pairing studying with small, immediate rewards to get that dopamine flowing and keep yourself motivated. Second, you start tiny. Just one page, one sentence, or one problem, to remove the pressure and make it easy to begin. Third, you gamify your learning by giving yourself points, tracking streaks, or setting fun time challenges to make it feel like a game. Fourth, you actively build the identity of a lifelong learner, not someone who is forced to study. This is a crucial mindset shift. Fifth, you remove distractions through a dopamine detox and learn to embrace quiet focus, resetting your brain's tolerance for stimulation. When you blend these steps into your daily habits, something incredible starts to happen. You will discover that you are not just learning more effectively, you're actually falling in love with the process of mastering knowledge. You become addicted to your own progress. Every day becomes an opportunity to grow, and that is one of the most fulfilling feelings in the world. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these tips help you transform your relationship with studying. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more content on learning and personal growth. Let me know in the comments which one of these tricks you're going to try first. See you in the next video.